Good morning. This is Crystal with Whole New Perspective. Thank you guys for subscribing to my channel and thank you for giving my video the thumbs up. Guys, I want to talk today about a serious topic. I want to talk about a situation that occurred to my coworker. He and his wife, they have 3 kids, 14, 7, and 5. She works 3rd shift and he goes to bed pretty early, around 8:30. So around 9 o'clock a couple nights ago, his house was broken into. He was in bed and his 7-year-old was in the bed with him. Now he was awakened by 2 guys standing over him with boomsticks. They pulled him out of bed and they began to ask, "Where's the money? Where do you keep the money?" And he kept telling them, "We don't have any money in the house. We don't keep money in the house. We don't have any money." So the 7-year-old yelled, "Dad, give them my $25. I have $25. They can have it. They can have it." Well, they pulled the drawers out in the bedroom. There was no money in there. And so they grabbed him and went from room to room. He said they were opening cabinets, drawers, whatever they could open. And of course, there's no money. They went into the 14-year-old's room and he told them, "There's no money in here. This is my son's room. This is my son's room." So they pulled him out of that room. They continued to go through the other rooms. And in one of the rooms, they found a clip for boomsticks. And so they asked, "Where do you keep them? Where do you keep them?" And he said, "They're in the cabinet. They're in the cabinet." And so he took them to the area that they were, unlocked it, and he gave it to them. Now they asked him to get on his hands and knees, and they put the boomstick to his head. So he really thought that it was the end for him. But what they did then was just beat him over the head about 7 times, he said. Now, he didn't lose consciousness, but he heard them leave. And once they left, he was able to gather himself and call for help. By that time, all the children had gone back to sleep, and so they didn't realize what was going on. Now, when help arrived, it took help a while to arrive because there had been another break-in at one of the stores, or not a break-in, but there had been a store that had been hit up above their house. And so a lot of help was at that location. So when they got to his house, they couldn't get any fingerprints or anything like that, they said. But they asked them to just be vigilant. They said this is the time of year, this month, that you have a lot of activity, the month of October. So my question to you is, I know a lot of times we're preparing for SHTF, but is that right now? Are you aware of what's going on around in your surroundings? Do you notice if you have cars that are strange or don't belong in your neighborhood coming on your street? Do you notice those sorts of things? Do you keep your lights on outside of your home? So just think about that. It's really has me thinking, and of course it has shaken them up. It has really shaken them up. He's wondering what he could have done differently, because he does have quite a bit of the boomsticks in his house. He's wondering why didn't he have that? But that would have and could have ended in a totally different way. And that's what his wife said to me, that if he would have had it, then maybe she would have come home and no one would have survived in her home. So that is what's going through her mind. So guys, I just want you to be prepared. Be prepared. Do you have security system? Do you leave all of your lights on out back in your home? That's how they came in his home, was through the back door. And of course they back up to woods, and he said they didn't keep their lights on. But do you keep your lights on? Are you able to react? Do you have your reaction time if someone were to come in? Do you keep your bedroom doors locked at night so that you would have time to protect yourself? You know, when I was in some training, one of the things that our trainer talked about was a lot of us, we keep our boomsticks laying right beside us. But if you don't lock your doors, your bedroom doors, most of the time, they said the odds are really high that someone would have your boomstick and be able to use it against you before you even wake up. So guys, just be careful. As Lead Former 73 would say, watch your tail feathers out there. Watch your tail feathers. And don't be so concerned about what's going to happen in the future. Prepare for what's happening right now. Prepare for what's happening right now. And yes, prepare for the future, but prepare for what's happening right now. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that we all get something from this video and that we can be prepared if this were to happen to us and our families.